Hey everyone! Today we're gonna continue the tutorial where we build a Meetup app using React Native and Node.js. So today what we're gonna do, it's first thing we're gonna just change some stuff we did in the last video. It's just some error I had done, and we just gonna add some comment in the backend, and after that we're gonna jump on the front end and just start to at least see some of the React Native part. Yeah, I know we don't see a lot of React Native part right now, but when you build a full app like this, full stack app, we need to take each part. So I like to have some kind of feature in the backend before I'm jumping in the front end. So it's time to jump on it. So one sec. Sorry, I don't know what I have. So we're gonna jump on the model file. So here what I've done for now, it's I just open right inside my directories where I have my backend and my mobile. That's gonna be easier for you to just follow. So now I've opened my model file inside my group. Some stuff we're gonna change. It's here we're gonna add some comment just for help you when you build your other app. Here I'm gonna just do a create a meetup and add it to the meetup array in the group. Perfect. So here it's what we did in the last video. It's the fact that a group can create a meetup. Here we're gonna just change some stuff here. First thing, it's here what I've done, it's I find my group by ID, and here I just take this group and I add it to my meetup. And I think we can just change that and get better stuff here. So what we're gonna do, it's first thing I'm gonna put this meetup at the top here. So like that. So I'm gonna take it. Here, the group, I'm gonna just pass it the ID we pass inside the param. So if you remember inside the controller, here I passing the group ID coming from my rec param right there. So like that. So the group gonna have an ID because MongoDB only need an object ID right there. So here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add some comment for you again. So I'm gonna say we add the group ID to the meetup group element. Finally, this is the author of the meetup. So later, if you want to build your own project, at least you're gonna get some idea about that. So here I'm gonna do this. So here after that, inside the group, now we don't gonna just find by ID. We're gonna find by ID and update. So what do find by ID and update? It's that do what he say. It's that gonna find by ID and like gonna update with the push we're gonna do. Here we see we push, but I don't want to do this line here. I can just do here, and I can open my curly bracket there, and I can do push. So push, it's a method inside MongoDB who let you push element inside an array. So here what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call my meetup, who is right there, and now I'm gonna put my meetup.id. So the ID I'm gonna just create right there. So now I can remove this line. So here for the command, I'm gonna add we find the group with the ID provide in the URL, and we push the meetup ID in the meetup element like that. So now because I'm doing this, now I don't need anymore this premise.all. What I'm gonna do is here I'm gonna return an object. So I'm gonna remove that. I'm gonna return an object, and here I'm gonna return a meetup, and here I'm gonna make my await, because here I have already get my premises done. So here I'm gonna just await my await my meetup save. That's it. That's save, because now we didn't save the meetup right now. And now here what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna return the group. That's it. Because here when we find by ID, that already that already saved for us. So now because this is done, now we can jump in the controller, because we need to change some stuff in the bottom here in the controller. Here what we do, it's first thing I'm gonna add some stuff. It's here we use an array here, but now it's an object. So now I'm gonna just destruct inside an object like that. And now uh, that should be good with that. It's nothing more to change. It just now, remember, we return as an object. So now I'm gonna just open Postman and just be sure everything is working. So I'm gonna show you I have saved each of my tests inside his own folder, so right there. So now I'm gonna just do a group, and here I'm gonna do group. I'm gonna just I'm gonna open my RoboMongo for take an idea of my group. You're gonna see I've done a lot of tests. Me, I'm gonna go to example my collection, my group. I'm gonna take a group 2. I'm gonna take his ID, so I'm gonna just do copy value. So now here I can just jump inside there, and I want to get my group here. That's gonna go to, I'm gonna just remove my this. Now I can go to Meetup. So here I can create a new Meetup. So here inside my body, I'm gonna say Meetup. This is a Meetup, and this is perfect for the description. And now I'm gonna just send them. Oh, I didn't start my server. I'm gonna go to my backend. So Meetup backend right there. I'm gonna do yarn there for running inside the. When it's done, now I can send this one right there. So cannot post API group. What I've done wrong here. I'm gonna go to my route and I'm gonna say group ID meetups. Groups. Oh, meetup. Oh, it's new. Sorry, I forget to put new here. Now if I send that, title must be provided. So here it's title, and now I have my meetup. And now you see what that give me back. I have my meetup object who have a group ID in it, and this is the meetup ID and my group. So I return my group. I have the ID of the meetup I've created. So now just for be sure, here I have my all my element, and now here inside my meetup I have the last one I just created with an object ID. So that looks good for the change here what we done. And just for be sure, so here I have, I'm gonna just so here I have my meetup, my description, my group ID 6, and my group ID 6, and here I'm at element 27, so the last one 27. Yeah, perfect. So that worked. So perfect for that. So now it's good. Get each. We can create a group, and we can have we can create a meetup for a group. Now I'm gonna just add another function called const get group meetup. So we want to get all the meetup of a group. So now here I'm gonna do a async request. Here I'm gonna take my group ID coming from my params, like we did before. Here I'm gonna do some kind of validation. So if no group ID, I'm gonna return a res that status 400 with a JSON object with error of false, and with a message say you need to provide a group ID. Perfect. Here ESLint asks for a semicolon. Perfect. Here now what I'm gonna do is here I'm gonna search for see if group exists. Yes, we get the ID of the group, so now time to search for it. So here I'm gonna do a const group equal await group that find by ID with the group ID provide. So here we're gonna call the premises, but now what we're gonna do here is we're gonna say if no group, so no group have this ID, we're gonna return a res that status 400 with a JSON object with error of true. Sorry, here it's true. Oh, here. And here now we're gonna say as a message group not exist. Perfect. So here we try to find a group with ID. If no group, we send this one. Now here we're gonna do a try catch. You remember, I really like to build my bad thing first. So erase that status. I'm gonna put 400. That JSON. Here I'm gonna put error of true, and I'm gonna send back a message. Say cannot fetch meetup. Perfect. Here I'm gonna return res that status 200. So now if everything is working good, what we want is we're gonna want a JSON object. So I'm gonna just make this kind of indentation because that's gonna be easier for you to see. I'm gonna say error of false, and now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna return my meetups, and now I need to import my meetup at the top. So I need to import this model right there. But for doing this, I'm gonna go to my index.js file here. I'm gonna do the same of what I've done for my route. So I'm gonna import. I like to put that at the top. So import meetup. So I give the same name of my model from my model here. And now here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a new line. And now I'm gonna put my meetup right there. Don't forget the comma. You see how ESLint, it's awesome for that. So now inside my controller here, I can import meetup. I can import meetup inside curly bracket because we export as a object like that. So now from my meetup here, so from my meetup folder. So now what I'm gonna do right there, I'm gonna say await meetup that find with a group who have the same the same group ID. And if we have that, now I want to populate. Here I'm gonna populate with a group. So I want to populate groups. So what I mean for that, it's inside my model, I have a group here. So I want to populate that. So what that means is that gonna for us, that gonna add all the property of the object. So they're gonna search for us inside the Mongo database. But I only want the name in the front end, nothing more. So now I can do this, I can do like that. So now what let us to do, it's to create a new route. So I'm gonna do here Shift Command D, so that's gonna create for me a new, just copy paste the same line here. But now I'm gonna just do meetup, and here I'm gonna change that for get group meetup. Perfect. So now when this is done, I'm gonna say I'm gonna create a new route here. I'm gonna say HTTP API meetup. It's API groups. Now I need some ID, so I'm gonna take back my ID of one of my group. I'm gonna put it right there, and I'm gonna just do meetups, and I'm gonna send. Perfect. So this is all the meetup below my group. But if you see, inside each meetup, I have a group with object inside. So it's a group object with the name we just told inside the controller right there when we say populate. So you see, just for showing you, I'm gonna remove that. I'm gonna save, and now if I run it back, I just get a group ID, nothing more. But now if I want you to show with my populate, I'm gonna save again. We're gonna wait. Perfect, is running back, and now if I send it back, now I get my group name. So this is what we want. What you can do too with Postman is here, I'm gonna save as, I'm gonna send that a group get out meetup, and I'm gonna save that to my meetup me collection. So now I can just rerun it, so I can come back and rerun my meetup. Perfect. So that makes sense in the back end. I think we should be good to go and jump inside the front end, at least forget. The only thing I want to do in this video is just get something done in the front end, so get something to show. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna close Postman because I have a lot of CPU and not right now. I think I'm gonna be good with that. So I'm gonna open Exponent. Now what I didn't show you, it's we need to update Exponent. So Exponent now it's version 14, and we are in version 13. So if you just you just need to follow me. That's going to be really easy. So here I've searched and I've seen the it's not available right there. So this is what I really like about the Exponent. So they create a Medium post here and they just show you everything they changed and just what we need to do first. So the first thing we need to do for change from version 13, we go to the x.json and we change the SD key version for 14. So right there, we save. So this is good for this one. I'm gonna close everything here. I'm gonna close the backend. Perfect. After that, they ask you to go to your package.json and change the React Native version. So now you go there, you go to your package.json, and now you see the React Native version is 13. Now you remove that and you save the new one they just give you. After that, you be sure React at the version 15.4. Perfect. And now just change Exponent for be 14 right there. So when this one is done, now we're gonna go. So open your terminal, go to your front end, so mobile, and now do rm rf node module. So we need to delete the node module folder. Perfect. When it's done, now run again yarn. So what that do is we just clean everything inside the node module, and we just recompile back the Exponent version. So they have done some change. Don't worry, I'm gonna send that inside the README. You're gonna see everything they've changed. Close this one. Perfect. When is good now? Inside my Exponent, I'm gonna click on my Meetup mobile, my app. So just wait. This is the time the JavaScript started to compile. Perfect. So now when everything gonna be loading, you're gonna see the device here gonna be yeah, like that. So now we're gonna open in iOS. So I'm gonna just close my RoboMongo. Perfect. So now we are supposed to get what we finished the last time. So here you see everything compiled. So this is always long the first time, but after that it's we good to go. Perfect. So this is what we finished last time. Now we see I have some other one. This is the one I've created. Perfect. So first thing we're gonna do, if you've seen my video about Visual Studio Code, I show you how to use editor config. It's a thing I'm gonna show you inside. I'm gonna pass it at the top so you can see the video if you want. So I'm gonna show you how you can add editor config for you. So here I'm gonna just generate editor config. So for us, that's gonna put editor config here. I'm gonna just put true here, and I want that to just be inside my front end because I already want in my backend. So that's gonna just give me my indentation. So now I think should be better if I open my only my front end, so I don't need to see my backend folder. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna close this window. So I have just opened my mobile. Here now I'm gonna import my ESLint configuration I have created. The only thing you need to do is install inside your dev dependency. So here I'm gonna do yarn add dev. It's ESLint config equimper. So this is the same one we use in the backend. The only thing you need to do, go to your root, create a folder, a file called ESLint, and now here you just extend, and you're gonna put equimper, so the name of the extension. So now, if everything is supposed to be good, if I remove something, oh yeah, I see it. So now you see, missing semicolon. Perfect. So we finished with that last time with a really small amount of code here in the front end, and that gave us this famous, awesome Facebook app right there. So here, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna change a lot of stuff. First thing, it's here. I'm gonna change my API. This is the first part we're gonna do. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna create a class, and you're gonna see why in the future. But now just follow with me. You're gonna see why. Here I'm gonna install Axios. I don't want to use fetch. I don't want to always parse to JSON, etc. So you want to add Axios. Axios is gonna already pass for us. It's like fetch. It's almost like fetch everything. So, but the thing is, they gave us JSON for free, and you're gonna see why I do this. Here I'm gonna import Axios from Axios. Perfect. So now here, what I'm gonna do, it's I'm gonna do Axios that defaults that base URL. So here you can give a base URL to Axios. Here I'm gonna do HTTP, so the name of the local host. So local host 3000, and I'm gonna put API like that. So now I have my base for Axios. So each route, now I can just do /post/meetup, something like that, and all the stuff here, it's already fulfilled. After that, I'm gonna do fake group ID. So here, what we want is the group ID of the group. So we're gonna fake the fact that we are this group right now. So just copy paste this line and take it right there. Perfect. So now when this is done, now we're gonna create a class. So we're gonna use ES6 class. So we're gonna create a meetup class, and at the end we're gonna export it like that. So we're gonna create a class for each kind of resource in the API. So here I'm gonna do a constructor like this, and I'm gonna do this that group ID. It's equal to a fake group ID just for now, because remember it's just a fake way right now. And I'm gonna do this that path equal group. So group. Yes, I need a slash here. Group that dollar sign this that group ID. Oops, that's why you need to be backstep. So you see, oh yes, then it's awesome for that group, and here it's ID. Here I'm gonna set meetups. So this path gonna be at the end of this thing right there. So now here I'm gonna create a function called with async fetch group meetup. So this one, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the data. So Axios give us a response object, and we can destruct the data coming from. So here I'm gonna do await Axios that get this that path. Perfect. And now here I'm gonna just return data that meetups, because I want only the meetup. So the data here, it's coming from I'm gonna open my sorry, I'm gonna open my backend. So like that, I'm gonna open my backend, so at least I can show you some code. And the meetup gonna came from right there. So now when this is done, so this is the API. Now when this is done, we're gonna jump and we're gonna create here inside my custom some colors. I just want to show you a way to get everything really easy with React Native. So here I'm gonna export each of my colors. So you just give name. So here what I do is I always put color at the end. So here I'm gonna say black for now, black color, and I'm gonna be white color. You're gonna see why in one moment. That's gonna be with extend style sheet, which is an awesome package. Perfect. So now we have the color inside my constant, so that means nothing gonna change in this file. And I have my API done for my meetup group. Perfect. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna jump inside the main.js. So here inside my main.js, this is where everything starts. So we're gonna change a lot of stuff right there. So here, the best way to do, we're gonna just remove everything. So we're gonna remove everything there. So we're gonna just create keep the class. That's it. We're gonna remove the style, no need anymore. So here, no need anymore the activity, because we're gonna create it. No need anymore text, nothing here, so we can delete the React Native. Perfect. And now we're gonna just remove that for now. We start almost from scratch. Here what we're gonna do, oops, okay, exponent here. Here what we're gonna do here, we're gonna import. So I need first thing to install it. So we're gonna yarn add React native extend style sheet. So what that do is that, like the word say, that's gonna extend the style sheet inside React. So what that do, it's because React Native you can only use Flexbox and this kind of stuff, and I want to use some kind of variable, some kind of width, etc. Because I'm not a designer. I told you right now, I'm not a designer, so you're gonna see why I use it. Perfect. So now when this is done, the only thing we need to do there after that is import ES style sheet coming from my React Native style sheet here. And now we need to import the color file we create inside the constant color. Why we do this? Because here we're gonna do ES style that build. So build all creates style sheet with passive variable. So now we're gonna pass the variable color. So now we can access each of the color without importing it inside a style sheet coming from ES style sheet. Perfect. So now after that, we're gonna add some state here. The state here gonna be for now not state. Sorry, what we're gonna do only for this right now, it's we're gonna just render and we're gonna return a home screen. So that's gonna be a component we're gonna create right after. So home screen. First thing we're gonna need to create it. So inside my root folder, I'm gonna create a source folder. Inside the source folder, now I'm gonna create a screen folder. So for each screen, I'm gonna have its own folder. So now if we do this, now we are supposed to get this problem. Yeah, perfect. That makes sense. So now inside my screen, now I'm gonna create a home screen. So for the home screen, that's it. Inside my screen now, I'm gonna just create right now an index.js. So inside my screen right there, and now I'm gonna export everything coming from my home. You're gonna see why, it just for make your life much more easy when you import something. Now here, I'm gonna create two folders. One is called style. One gonna be called component with an S, because more than one component. One file called index.js. And look, I'm in screen home, just to be sure. And now here I'm gonna create home screen.js. Inside my index.js, that's gonna be an easy one. I'm gonna just import home screen from home screen. And then I'm gonna export it like that. So this is the thing we're gonna import here. After that, inside my home screen, now we're gonna add some style, and just follow me because that's gonna be almost just styles. So I don't want to put a lot of time here. So here I'm gonna import React component, because that's gonna be a class component. I'm gonna import my view and my text coming from React Native. After that, here I'm gonna import my Meetup API, so the one we create from my constant. So you need to do 3 times dot, and now I'm inside my API. If you want to know which package do this, I have a video for you. I'm gonna add this in the description and in the video right now. It's about my Visual Studio Code setup. Here, now after that, I'm gonna import style from style, and now here I'm gonna put home screen. Yes, I know we didn't create it. This is what we're gonna do right now. It's go inside your style and create a home screen.js. Why I do this? I want to remove each style and put it as a style file finally, like we did with CSS. Here right now, I'm gonna create. I have a snippet for this. I'm gonna create. So I'm gonna import style sheet, ES style sheet from React Native extend style sheet. I'm gonna create a const style with ES style sheet create, and I'm gonna have my style here. So the only thing here I'm gonna do for just right now, it's gonna be an easy one. I'm gonna put a root object. I'm gonna put flex1. So flex1, we take all the screen. After that, I'm gonna do a justify contain of center. And now we're gonna put some background color, and I'm gonna put 3, 8, 4, 2, 5, 9. So this is a color here. We see it's like a darkish gray. So what we're gonna do, it's why I don't want to like out color my color. So now I'm gonna go back to my constant color here, and I'm gonna create a black blue color, something like that. And now I'm gonna pass it right there. So now I can use this color just by doing $sign and the name of my variable. That's why I love it. Perfect. So now I think no, I'm not gonna get it. So because I need now here to import home screen from my screen folder here. So now if I refresh, so now nothing happened because now I have nothing here. So now I'm gonna do a component class. I'm gonna do home screen right there, and now here I'm gonna just put a view with a text say home screen, and here I'm gonna put style of style, and the one we just create root. Perfect. And you see we get the background color we just put. So I hope you follow what I just done right now. It just, I mean, we import the style coming from this style folder. So we're gonna have a folder with the same name. So we know it is CSS. Because if we don't do this and you get like 200 line of code of style, and you add this at the bottom of this, you're gonna get like a file of 700 line of code, and this is not what we want. Perfect. So now I hope here that makes sense. So now here we're gonna create the instance of the class here. So Meetup API equal new Meetup API, like this. And now we want to fetch the data. So I'm gonna do static just for now. Default props. So default props, and we're gonna pass default props by default like this. I'm gonna just put my Meetup API. So now I can use it as this that props that and the thing I want with. Here inside my state now, I'm gonna do two state loading to be false. I'm gonna put meetups to be an empty array. It's almost what we did before. And I'm gonna call an async component in mount. And now, so when you use component in mount, you can use set state. So that's why I'm using this one and not will mount. So here I'm gonna do this that set state. So when we start this component, we're gonna have a loading of true. After that, we're gonna get the meetup coming from the class we create. So this that props that meetup that, and now the name of fetch, just for be sure, I'm gonna take a look of it. So it's fetch group meetup, like this. So now here what I'm gonna do, it's I'm gonna just add this that set state of loading to be false. So when we get something, so here we have something, and now I'm gonna pass meetup like this. So now if I refresh, now I'm supposed to get inside my backend, I receive my get, and is working, it's 200. So now we have the meetup inside the state, but we need to show it. But now we need to have some kind of loading, because now we have a loading true, and it's not all, we don't always see something here. Because so we're gonna create a loading screen component, gonna be really easy. So inside my source folder, now I'm gonna create a command folder. I use command because this is the component I use everywhere. So component folder, inside a folder, it's the component only for this one. And sorry, and comments, it's the one I use everywhere. Here I'm gonna put a loading screen.js. In this one, import React, import from React Native activity indicator and view. After that, I'm gonna import style from style and the name of the component, so loading screen. We're gonna create it. Here I'm gonna do a stateless component. So I'm gonna say loading screen. The only thing we're gonna have, it's a view with a style. So each time I create the first style, it's a root. The name it's root. And now here I'm gonna pass my activity indicator. I'm gonna close it. And here I'm gonna say size of large. So I want it a large one. Perfect. So now I need to create my style folder. and I need to create my loading screen file. So now inside my loading screen file, I'm gonna import again my style sheet, yes, style sheet, and now I'm gonna create root, and an easy one, a flex of 1, a justify contain center. So here I want everything to be at the center, so the only thing you need to do is item center 2. So display, it's almost like we do in the web when you see display flex. That's it. So flex 1 take everything. So now you just need to create an index.js file inside the comments, and now import your loading screen from loading screen, and now here export it loading screen. Why we do this? Because now I can go to my home screen, I can do import from my command folder. Now I can just import right there, and you're gonna see the autocomplete loading screen. So now here what I can do is if this that state that loading, so if not this, yeah, if this that state that loading, so if it's true, we're gonna return loading screen. So now you don't gonna see it, maybe no, but now if here I put a set timeout, I'm gonna just fake some kind of delay just for showing you. So here I'm gonna just do a set timeout, and I'm gonna self call here like that, and here I'm gonna pass it like a 2000, so 2 seconds. So now you're gonna see what I've done. You see, boom, but don't need that for now. So now here I have my own screen. I'm gonna pass it inside another view. This is the thing with Flexbox. You need to work with box. So I'm gonna here it's all my box, and I want 2 box. One gonna be the top container, and the second one gonna be the bottom container. So here I'm gonna have a style of top container, and this one gonna have a style of bottom container. Here, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna import a list I'm gonna create. Not for now, because I'm gonna show you the style. So now just go back, just go to the home screen style, and now here we're gonna do top container. I'm gonna say flex of 1. I'm gonna say justify contain center, and I'm gonna say align item center. And now here I'm gonna do bottom container, and I'm gonna say only a flex of 0.8. Now it's really hard for you to see what I'm gonna do, so I'm gonna say here a background color of red, and here I'm gonna set background color of blue. So what I do, it's the top got, oh, I make a mistake, background color, align item, why I missed something, align center, oh, align item. Perfect. Now you're gonna see, so this is flex 1, so it's flex 0.8, so it's 80% of this one. So this one, it's 50% of the screen, but now it's more because now you take the 0.2 of this one. So now after that, here inside my home screen, I have a component folder. Inside this one, I'm gonna create my Meetup list.js. Again, I know it's a lot of boilerplate, but follow me, you're gonna see why I like that. So now create a style component, style folder inside component, and create an index.js file. Inside index.js file, the only thing we're gonna do right now is already import my meetups list from my meetup list. I'm gonna export it like we always do. Just much more easy for me to just import it. So now what I can do, it's coming here. I can import it right there from my component. So I can say my meetup list, and now I'm gonna pass my meetup list right there. This list gonna have access to my meetup. So easy. We say meetup, so we call a prop called meetup. We're gonna pass it this that say that meetups. That's it. So now inside my meetup list, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna import React. So that's gonna be a stateless component with a view, a text, and a scroll view. Scroll view. Here I'm gonna import already my style from my style slash my meetup. So the same name, my meetups list. I'm gonna create it. So inside my style, I'm gonna create my meetup list. And here again the boilerplate. Oh, not treat worker. Yeah. Right here I'm gonna have a root already, so I can have it. I hope you follow me. I mean, I know I talk really like fast, and I know I'm French, so my English is not that good. But I know at least in video you can pause, you can type, and I'm gonna put the GitHub in the description so you can follow what I do here. So my meetup list. This one we're gonna destruct the meetup props. So I don't want to use props that meetup. And here now it's just styling. A view. We're gonna have the style of style at root. Here I'm gonna pass two view, one here and one here. This one gonna have a style of style that title container, and you're gonna have a text who say my meetups, and this one I'm gonna pass it a style called style that title. So now if I do this, I see my meetup right there. So now I can go. I'm gonna just remove the blue and the red for now, so you get the ID. So my meetup is there. Perfect. So now in this one, I'm gonna have a style called style that contain container. In this one, I'm gonna have my scroll view. My scroll view, I want this to be horizontal, so I want to swipe from left to right. I'm using scroll view now, but in the future we'll use list view because it's much more performance. Here now I'm gonna do meetup that map. So I'm gonna map over all of my meetup. I'm gonna have meetup. First argument in the second one is the index, and here I'm gonna do a view. I'm gonna add a key to be unique. I'm gonna use the index. I'm gonna do style, and this one gonna have a style of meetup card. So now we have the big meetup. So now we're gonna create two other box inside this one. So one view here and another view here. We're gonna start with the last one. Gonna be easier for you to follow. Here I'm gonna add a style of meetup card that button, not button, meetup card, yeah, that bottom container. Inside this one I'm gonna have a text, and here what I want to see, it's my meetup group, that name. So if I do this, you see group 2, group 2, group 2, so it's the meetup group we got. I'm gonna add a style too of style that meetup card meta name, and now here I'm gonna add another style, another text, where I'm gonna say March 2 and 6 p.m. and I'm gonna add a style of meetup card met date, like this one. Perfect. So now we have a fake date for just right now. I know that looks really not good right now, but you're gonna see. Here I'm gonna add another. Here I have my view, so I'm gonna just make some space. It's gonna be easier for see. So here I have my meetup card. Here I'm gonna add a style of style that meetup card top container, and in this one I'm gonna have only a text who's gonna have the meetup that title. So I'm gonna have a style of meetup card title. Perfect. Perfect. So now go inside my meetup list. Now it's time to put some styles. I'm gonna do a flex of 1 in my root. Now here I'm gonna go to my Meetup card, and I'm gonna add a height of 200. I'm gonna set a width of 175, and I'm gonna put margin horizontal of 1.5% and a background color just for now of A73859. So now we get a good idea of the card. So you see, the only thing I did, I put height, a width, some margin horizontal with the margin between right and left, and a background color. So that I'm gonna do a Meetup card top container. I'm gonna say flex of 1, and I'm gonna give it a position of relative. After that, I'm gonna do a Meetup card title, and this one I'm gonna just add a position absolute and a color of white color, and a top of 2% and a left of 2.5%. So now if I show you, we get the Meetup right there. Perfect. So now this is what we got with all the CSS we did. So yeah, I know it's not done, and don't worry with that. So here we're gonna add some style, because now what we have style, it's like the we put for the Meetup top container, and right there where we have the Meetup card title here. So this is the place where we just get the stuff here. But now I'm gonna just place my title container here, so right there. So my title container I'm gonna put before, because it's before my card. So title container, I'm gonna just make it as a flex of 0.1, and here I'm gonna just make it as a with some padding. So padding horizontal, I'm gonna put it 2.5%, and I'm gonna do the same but for the vertical one, vertical, like that. So now when I'm doing this, you see I get some stuff here, so I need to put a flex to my contain, so my contain container. So here I'm gonna do contain container, I'm gonna put a flex of 1, flex of 1. So if I do this now, we should have perfect better sizing. Now I'm gonna change my my title, who is right there, we say my Meetup. I'm gonna change that to be a color of white color, so $ white color for calling the variable, and here I'm gonna just pass a font size of 25. Don't worry, we don't gonna keep this font family. I'm gonna change. I'm gonna show you how you can do this right after that. We're just gonna at least style the really basic here. So now inside my list, now we're gonna jump inside the bottom container. So here I'm gonna do it's I'm gonna pass Meetup. I'm gonna just change top container to be bottom container, and I'm gonna just add a flex of 0.4, and I'm gonna add a background color of white color, and I'm gonna pass justify contain of center, and I'm gonna pass a padding horizontal of 2.5%. 2.5%. So now we get some looks like a card. After that, I think we can just make the Meetup card meta name, so the name of the Meetup. Here I'm gonna pass it as a font size of 15, and I'm gonna do Meetup card meta date, and I'm gonna pass a font size of 13. So if I show you my screen now, this is what we got, but looks like my meetup card date. Yeah, looks like this is my style. No, I make a mistake. It's no need to have a nest here. So now, perfect. It's much more better. So now we have done what I want to do, but I'm gonna at least add a font. So good time now to just add a font. Really easy. You're gonna see. So now open a window and go to Google Font. Now here the only thing we need to do is I'm gonna use something like Montserrat. Perfect. So you click on it. So it's free. You're gonna do select this font. You're gonna take this font. So family fonts select. You're gonna download. So that's gonna give you a zip file. So now you're gonna unzip the file. You're gonna take the Montserrat and you're gonna just take the regular, the bold, the medium, and the light. You're gonna copy this one. So just copy this. So what I'm gonna do is inside Visual Studio, I can go to my asset and I can say reveal in Finder. So now here I'm gonna create a new folder and I'm gonna copy paste all my font. Perfect. Just to be sure now, inside my font, I'm supposed to have my 4 font. I'm sure if you don't use Visual Studio Code, you're gonna figure out how to put your font right there. After that, I'm gonna create a helper. Folder here. So some helper function. So helper, and inside this one, I'm gonna have one called cache font. So this is how we're gonna cache the font inside the app. Here, really basic stuff. We're gonna add the font from Exponent. Another thing why Exponent is awesome. Here I'm gonna export const cache font. We're gonna take an array of font, and here we're gonna font that map, and each font gonna be we're gonna do font that load async. So we're gonna load it all async way like this. So this is the only thing we need to do there. So each font gonna be load async. So you can do right there. So now I'm gonna just create again index.js. Why I do this? You see, I use I'm sure it's just to make my life much more easy to just export everything from the same folder. So now I can export like that. So now where we're gonna cache the font, we're gonna cache right inside the beginning. So right inside the main.js. So right inside the main.js here, the only thing we need to do now is we're gonna import. So the name of the function we just create from the helper folder. And now here I'm gonna create a state of font loaded, and I'm gonna say false for now. Here I'm gonna create a function called with async. There's gonna be an async function called load assets async. This one, what gonna take? We're gonna create an array here with font assets. So that's gonna be the premises where we're gonna add all the cache font. We'll take an array here, an array of object. Where here, what I'm gonna do, it's I'm gonna pass my font. So here I'm gonna have Mont Sirat, and I'm gonna say require, and now you just need to go to asset, font, and regular. And after that, I'm gonna create a new object where I'm gonna have my Mont Sirat, and I'm gonna call it bold. I'm gonna say require asset, font, and bold. And I gonna go again with this one, but this one, the other one gonna be light, and now this one gonna be light too. Montserrat line, can remove both TTF. And now what happened? Oh, I didn't put inside an object. Oh, and now the same for the Mon Sirat med, where I'm gonna do require asset, font, and Montserrat medium. Perfect. .ttf. Perfect. So now here what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna await. I'm gonna do premise that all, and now here I'm gonna pass my font asset premises here. And now here when it's done, now I'm gonna do this that set state font loaded to be true. Here now I'm gonna import component with a S. So component with a S. And here what I'm gonna say is if this that state that font loaded, so if it's false, I'm gonna return component that app loading. So this is something Exponent give you. It's the little component this loading here. So this is the thing we're gonna change. But now we need to call this action when we mount. So when component didn't mount here, we call this that loading async. So now if I do this, now we have the font cache. Just for trying it, we're gonna go back to the home style. So we go back to the home screen style, not home screen, but meetup list screen style. And we're gonna test it. So here, the only thing we need to do now, it's inside example the title. Here, the title, I'm gonna say font family, and I'm gonna call Montserrat. I think Montserrat bowl should be good. So the big one. Now if I refresh, you get my meetup is right there. I think it's too big, so I'm gonna just put the regular one. Yeah, I think it looks better. So you see, it's much better than the system one we got. So here, now the place we're gonna add it, it's a meetup title card here. I'm gonna add a font family of Montserrat too, but I'm gonna use the bowl for this one. And I'm gonna do the same for the meta name here. Well, I'm gonna do the Montserrat, but in the metadate, I'm gonna do the Montserrat, but now the light version. So now if I do this, so everything has some font right now. So you see, we get meetup 1, meetup 2, we get the last meetup here. We're gonna create a new one just for testing. So I'm gonna create a new one. I'm gonna say hope that work just for that. I'm gonna send that. I'm gonna refresh my screen. And now I'm supposed to get this one at the end. Hope that worked right there. So I hope you enjoyed the video today. I'm gonna share with you the blog post where you can update the exponent version. And I'm gonna share you some tip about where you can learn Flexbox, so some little game you can do on the web for free, and some video too. And I hope you enjoy. Please subscribe if you like it, and you can hit the like button too, and you can share the video. So have a good day. Bye.